Greetings, it is Matt from Hidden Machine here. I just wanted to give a little update on where things are at with the channel. We had a pretty productive year in 2023. I recently saw a comment on our Remedy Connected Universe deep dive video, I just hit the mic, where someone said, wow, I can't believe you only have 700 subs. And then I noticed a recent comment where someone said, wow, a year later, 7,000 subs. That's pretty cool, I gotta admit. I mean, I'm very appreciative that anyone is willing to watch this stuff or sub to the channel at all. I do think that, subscriber count isn't everything. It's neat, it's cool. It's a cool metric to judge something by, but I'm more kind of appreciative of the fact that people are watching the videos and commenting and having discussions, whether it's here on YouTube or over in our Discord. I like that, the sense of connection with other people, sharing experiences and opinions and perspectives. I'm really thankful for that. And so thank you for, contributing to that if you have, and if you haven't, feel free to jump in. I do see a lot of channels that have a lot more subscribers than this, and they get about the same amount of views or less than we get on average. And I know that some of our videos still don't really connect with our wider audience, but the fact that they even have any views, personally to me, is a success. I mean, we started this channel and for a long time we're getting 4 views on a video, 3 views, and at that point it's like, wait, was that just us? Like we were getting literally single digit views for a long time. So to see just a few hundred views on something that's low compared to some of our other videos that have been much more successful, but I don't know, man. It just feels good to share, and I'm going to be doing it if anyone's watching or not, as has been proven by the fact that I was doing it when no one was watching. Something that the channel has kind of struggled with for a long time was understanding a proper release schedule that works for us, managing everything that we want to accomplish, but also not putting out so much that we overwhelm viewers, not putting out so little that people get bored and forget about us. The compromise that I've tried to reach recently was a new video every 2 weeks, a new substantial video every 2 weeks, maybe 20 minutes or more, if not several hours long. However, I've recorded so much stuff, and some of it is stuff I did with other people. I had, some dev interviews. I have another interview with a person that I did 6 weeks ago. Doing a video every other week, it causes some of these things to go so far back into the queue that it almost feels like disrespectful in a way to kind of leave these people on the hook, when they were, well, not on the hook, but leave these people hanging. I'm on the hook for it, I think would be the correct use of the term. It feels disrespectful to leave those people kind of just in limbo, like, hey, when are you going to publish that thing? And there is one video in particular that I reached out to some folks to collaborate on over the summer, and it still hasn't come out. Sorry, it's coming. It may have even been before the summer. I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot in the queue, and I do all of the editing. Andrew on the channel used to edit his own videos, and I would always edit the videos I shot, but now I'm doing all the editing, basically. Jordan still streams on the channel, and that's much appreciated, and I know people tune in regularly and watch his streams. Recently, he's been doing Death Stranding, and that is something where we've talked about the games that he's streaming could be games that we later do a Yeah, I've Played episode on, our kind of long-form discussion series. And we've done episodes on, most recently, Alan Wake 2, and we've done all of the other Remedy games and a lot of other titles. I think we're at maybe like 40 or so episodes of that series. And sometimes it's a 10-hour discussion on a game. In the case of Heavy Rain, I think we're about there. All the Quantic Dream games that we've discussed are long discussions, and all the Remedy games are, I think we did 6 to 8 hours on Max Payne 3, 3 or so hours on Max Payne 2 and 1 individually. So I mean, they're beefy videos, and they take a while to put together, and it takes a while to play a game and think about it and be able to, have a meaningful discussion about it that I think people would be entertained or informed by. So it takes a while. So finding ways like, oh, cool, well, streaming helps to keep people aware of the channel, and it's fun, and, it's just a good time. And it also helps us build toward this other goal of putting out more of these Yeah, I've Played episodes. We've got a bunch of other shorter games we've been doing for the Yeah, I've Played series. The next one will be coming out very soon. I'll tell you here, it's about Her Story, one of the earlier Sam Barlow games. And there's a lot of other like shorter games we want to do as we kind of like sprinkle those in between. Now that's like a shorter game. That's maybe a 2 or 3 hour game. That's what I mean by shorter. Something less than 5 hours, I guess, playtime that still has a, deep enough narrative that two people can discuss different perspectives and interpretations. There's some games that we've been kind of pitched to do for the Yeah, I've Played series, and it's like, oh, there's, that's not really much to interpret. That's the fun part for me, is interpreting it and kind of talking about different theories and just, how you experience this thing. Another thing that works great is something like Heavy Rain or the Quantic Dream games where, yeah, there's a degree of interpretation, but also there's so many branching paths that 2 playthroughs are likely not going to be identical. So if you have any suggestions for games like that, please leave a comment down below. It may already be on the list, but I'm always looking for more games that kind of fit that mold and we would be good candidates for the Yeah, I've Played series. Anyway, what I'm getting at here is that in addition to those videos, there's a lot of other videos in the pipeline. And at the moment, no exaggeration, there's about 40 in progress Hidden Machine videos, whether that's something I'm currently researching for a future video, a script that I've written and have not yet kind of done the editing and on-camera parts for, or something I've already shot and am in the process of still editing currently. And that means if we did a video every 2 weeks, that's about 2 years worth of videos. At that point, it's like, am I putting out stale stuff? I don't think so, because I don't really want to do anything. Now, during the lead up to Alan Wake 2, I did put out some videos that were kind of like week-to-week updates. I've unlisted all those videos. You can still find them on a Remedy or Alan Wake playlist here on the channel, but I don't have them up on the public, listings, because I'd like the videos here to be kind of like a body of work that you can watch whenever. I don't want it to be tied to, oh, well, this video came out a year ago, so it's irrelevant now. Like, that feels really bad to me. To spend so much time and energy kind of creating something that has such a short shelf life. So the idea is to create videos that anyone can watch. Like, I know when I find a new channel that I love, I will often go back to the start and watch all of their videos. I've done that with channels like GameSack. I watched almost every episode of Kill Tony. I watched every H3 video. By the time I got into that stuff, they had already stopped making videos. But I know people have to be doing that as well, and I'm not the only one. So if you're someone who goes, damn, I love this Hidden Machine stuff, thankfully the stuff we have that was put out several years ago even will still be enjoyable and relevant, because it's like, what I'm trying to say, evergreen. That's the hope. So will I take 2 years to put out all of the other remaining videos that are in progress? Possibly, but it might be more likely that I put out a video every week some months. It's gonna kind of fluctuate, but it doesn't really matter. It's happening. Like, the videos are, a bunch are completed and I'm working on them all the time. So I don't see any sort of like potential drop off point where we'll have like a big dry period. I think the longest we've gone without an upload was a month or two. I don't see that happening again anytime soon with the amount of stuff that we have. I have this issue where I will get a project 90% done and then move on to a new one. And I don't stop working on the first one. I just work on it a little bit, and then I work on it a little bit, and then I'll do that to the point where I'm simultaneously, well, not simultaneously, but kind of just rotating, on my days where I'm doing work between all the different projects, sprinkle a little work here, and then it's like, oh, this one's 92% now. Oh, this one's up to 96. When really what I gotta do is just be more disciplined and just finish a damn video before starting a new one. Now, I've already made a pledge to not start any more new videos until I've cleared out a significant portion of the in-progress videos that are in the queue right now. But I guess all this is to say is, you know, I appreciate the support the channel's been getting. Jordan also really appreciates it. And there's no plans to stop. I think it's a fun thing to do, and I will be doing it for a while. I have a lot of things I want to share. And I've done a lot of other projects before this. You know, I'm an older man than I may appear to be, and people are often surprised to find out how old I am, which I go, well, I often forget how old I am. I don't know. I don't even know. Sometimes I forget my own birthday. That stuff doesn't really matter to me. But I guess my point is, I've lived a long life, and I've done a lot of other projects, and there are projects where I've gone, this has reached its logical conclusion, and I'm just gonna stop doing it now. I don't feel that way about Hidden Machine, and I don't know. I'm trying to envision a scenario where I'm kind of just over it, but I have so much more I want to share, and it's something I'm very excited about. Usually when those projects end, I go, I've kind of exhausted my contributions to this particular field, whatever that is. I used to do a news show. I've done music stuff. I still do a lot of music stuff. Over on the Joint Commission channel, which is a hip-hop group that I'm in, we're releasing a new song every 2 weeks, which similar schedule to Hidden Machine, except this is like a, you know, it's a group. We have maybe 5 or 6 of us who regularly work on tracks, and so it's not like all the weight's on me. You know, there's a lot of other people contributing to make those things happen, and we've been sitting on so much material. We're like, we gotta just start putting this stuff out. Like, some of it was supposed to be on this album. We're like, oh, we should do this with this song, and at a certain point you go, we should just share it. And so if you do like hip hop, you know, it's a mix of kind of 90s kind of boom bap, but also I like a lot of dance hall and industrial music. And I come from playing punk and metal, so there's obviously some of those influences are going to be peeking through as well. And we have, I think, maybe 3 or 4 of us that do production on the beats. So it's not just one style, and we've got 3 or 4 core MCs, as well as other guest musicians who contribute to tracks. So I'd say it's pretty eclectic for what it is, which is, you know, a bunch of aging guys making music together. But I like it. I'm very proud of it. So I still am doing the music stuff, but I've also stopped a lot of other musical projects, bands, songwriting projects, music venues that I used to run. Sometimes I go, hey, that's it. But I will say, I don't want to say Hidden Machine will never die, but it's going strong right now, and it probably will be for a long time. So we really had a big jump in subscribers, and I know that was due to Alan Wake 2 and the hype around Alan Wake, and I accept that. That's really great because I'm very into it. I really like Alan Wake. I like Remedy. I'm so excited to have found this studio at a time where they're still making games, and I can be there to see these new things develop. I mean, the idea of, we know at least 4 titles they're working on right now. 4 or 5, depending on how you want to quantify the Max Payne remakes, but that's pretty exciting. And to know that they're telling this long, continuous story that's going to be weaving in and out of, you know, different perspectives, and the FBC stuff and the Alan Wake stuff and stuff we don't even know about yet. That's pretty sick. I feel very lucky to have found them. I mean, I totally slept on Alan Wake. I only got into this stuff around 2020, I think. It's not that long. For all I know, it was 2021. I really don't keep track of time too well. But I know I was many, many years late, and I only played Alan Wake on a whim. I tried Quantum Break, and I thought, I got to the, you know, to the first cutscene where Beth and Jack meet for the first time in the school, I think near the library or something, and I go, ugh, this is not for me. I was wrong. It was for me. I wasn't ready to accept the gift. And then I played Alan Wake, and I was so just wowed by it. And I went through, I played Max Payne, I played everything else, and I was just so shocked by how good the studio was. And then, you know, to see them do Control was very exciting. And obviously, I came into the fold not long after Control was released, but I wasn't sure what would happen next. You know, Quantum Break definitely had like a flawed production with problems with Microsoft and having to use the filming team out in LA instead of doing their own in-house video like they did for Control and for Alan Wake 2. I wasn't really sure, like, was this company going to be able to, become even more fiercely independent, or were they going to have to kind of lean back on, something like the Microsoft deal, which kind of compromised their creative vision? And thankfully, they found partners that are willing to give them seemingly full creative control. Now, you might not agree with some of their choices. I've seen some complaints about things that they've done in these games, or the consulting company they worked with on Alan Wake 2, I can't remember what it's called, but, people think it's SJW brainwashing. And I go, well, I don't know, you're an idiot. It's a video game. Get over it. I like it. I think the games are really good, and I expect them to continue to be good because Remedy is able to be independent and do their own thing. And so the channel will definitely be focusing on that journey, alongside with them. And we were lucky enough to receive review keys for Alan Wake 2. Who knows? Maybe we'll get review keys for some of the other upcoming Remedy games, and we can continue to kind of provide the level and quality of coverage that we have so far that have endeared people to the channel. And hopefully, if you like that stuff, you'll stick around and you'll see, hey, they make a lot of other cool stuff too. I think I'm gonna watch it and subscribe and participate. And I don't know. That's the hope. Just want to share stuff. Also, I want to say it's been great to collaborate with some other channels. Recently, I was on a channel called Dead Forge, which is doing a lot of cool stuff I really appreciate. Just kind of discussions about games from all sorts of perspectives. They have a regular podcast, the Gaming Bounty Board podcast that I was on. Lots of different guests there. They're into doing dev interviews. They're into doing reviews, and it's a diverse channel, and I just appreciate that, that's similar to what we're doing. And it seems, coming from a place where you want to talk about games you love and also learn about new games from other people who are also passionate about the medium. It's been cool to work with a few other channels like that as well. We just published recently the collaboration with Kranitoko and Gaming University. And there's more and more dev interviews coming. We've got a bunch out already, but there are a lot more in the works. It's been really cool to be able to discuss these things with people. It's something I've always wanted to do, but for some reason felt like it was out of reach. I don't know why. I don't know what's shifted. Some sort of life experience. I don't know what it was. Could have been doing the news show I used to do. I got to interview the mayor. I got to interview the chief of police. I got to interview several prospective mayoral candidates during a pretty highly contested, kind of ugly race where, things were kind of felt like a do or die moment for our city. That probably helped. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling at this point. I just wanted to say the channel's doing well. There's a lot more in store. We're grateful for what we've been able to accomplish with your support and your help and your viewership and your subscriptions and your contributions financially. I mean, really, it does keep things running. Like the money that we've been making from YouTube has been paying for the new PC I bought because my motherboard fried and I wasn't able to. One, I work online, so I needed a new PC, but also I was doing all the editing for the channel. So it's like, I needed that. Jordan needed RAM for his PC. We were able to buy RAM for his PC. He needed a gamepad. We were able to get a gamepad. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, there are costs. I need to pay for editing software. I need to pay for other types of editing software, whether it's Photoshop or Vegas or effects suites or whatever, and also as it comes in, the money needs to go somewhere because it's also, a tax burden basically. So I've incorporated Hidden Machine a while ago, and it was a good move. I felt like the channel was on the kind of precipice of becoming a thing where it'd be making more money, and I had a little bit extra cash at the time. I go, I'm just gonna incorporate. It'll be better for me in the long run because someone needs to be responsible for this cash coming in. Thankfully, I did that at the right time, and it's working out really well. So, it's not stressful having the money come in because I go, God, now I'm responsible for this. And it's like, cool, like understanding how to do sort of a small business kind of thing with the taxes and figuring out, how to track everything properly, the in and out, and to not have it just be this like scary thing where it's like, cool, the channel's successful, but now I have like all this money I have to pay taxes on. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to like handle this because I'm pretty, I'm not very well off. I don't want to say I'm super poor, but I'm not someone who ever has a lot of money. So it's stressful to have a bunch of money come in. Not that it's a ton of money, but any amount of extra income, it's like I got to really account for that and think about how it's gonna, how it's gonna work. We're in a good place with that. That feels really good, and it's nice to have this little like nest egg for expenses as they come up. Whether it's paying for things like Game Pass or paying for things like, I don't know, whatever expenses come up during the making of these videos. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I also do try to maintain a certain level of quality. Most of the videos are 4K. I try to use nice gear. I try to make sure it looks good, sounds good, and hopefully that comes across when you're watching the videos. I know every now and then we have a little production hiccup. I don't know, man. Sometimes the audio is a little out of whack. I will often figure out, oh, I screwed this up here or there. But still, I do think it maintains a certain level of quality, and that doesn't come for free. So, again, grateful that people are contributing, and just know that any money you contribute to the channel goes directly back into making the channel better. I've never like taken a personal check, nor has Jordan, where we just go, oh, I just need some money to go buy a hamburger. Not if we were starving, that'd be one thing, but I need some new jeans. My cat wants to get in. Anyway, I guess that's a good point to wrap up the video. I'm just saying, thanks for the contributions. They really do go directly into making this whole thing better. And hopefully you've seen that in effect. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you've seen the quality improve. And I'd like to continue to improve the quality and creativity in the videos. I do a lot of stuff with video and music. I have a bunch of different cameras and things that I don't always incorporate. So going forward, I am trying to incorporate more of those things that I think are unique to maybe our operation. And part of that was getting this space set up. This is the office space in my new home, where I moved in, in the April or May of last year. It took a while to get things in order. I finally had the space functional where it feels good to work in it. I have my gear where I need it. I can just grab stuff and go and record. It's how I've been able to get certain videos out, about a news item, maybe within 2 or 3 hours of it dropping. That's because I have the studio space that, is well organized. And it's the first time in my life I have a clean, organized working space. I'm not very good at organization, but as I continue to work toward that goal, it really has come together. So, hey, if I can do it, so can you. Clean your room, I guess is what I'm saying. And, all right, hopefully this is making any sense at all. I feel like I am kind of rambling. But all I'm saying is, thanks. We did a lot. We're going to do a lot more. You're a big part of that. We're appreciative. We're not going to stop. Goodbye.